Now is going into the parenting segment. We're joined by Jane A. Now she is a career mom, fellow Iyabeji. Yeah, Iyabeta. Sorry, she's a multiple mom. And she is a mom blogger, founder of a parenting resource site for moms at Fab Mom NG. And she is indeed a Fab Mom. Triplets, goodness me. Now, with that kind of workload at home, I know a lot of people at home have that kind of workload as well. We need to set some smart goals, especially in the education area, for our kids in 2022. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Now, not a lot of people think about goals for education. Yeah. Why do you think that is?
It's very important because, I mean, why are we sending our kids to school? Obviously to excel and become, you know, to achieve their future aspirations. So it does make a lot of sense that as you pay the school fees, you should hold the teachers accountable and your child somewhat accountable.
Now, there's been a lot of drama with schools and the education sector in the past year, especially since there was COVID, there was lockdown, and kids had to start, you know, their education in a different way than what we're used to. So we kind of realized that, yes, the teachers are not to blame when some things are not going well. But so educational goals doesn't have anything to do with the school specifically, right?
No, of course. So I always say with regards to education, it has to be a collaborative effort. So you don't leave everything to the child, your child's school or your child teacher, because the truth is there's just so little that the child, your child's teacher can do. You have to work with your child's teacher to meet certain goals. So it does make a lot of sense for you to come into play, go through your child's schoolwork. I know we live very busy lives, but you can take out time once a month, depending on how busy you are, once a week. Go through your child's school book. You have the communication book there, you know, so go through them. But before you set smart goals for a new year, you have to take stock of the previous year. What was the last result like? You know, go through it. It may not really make so much sense for the kindergartens, because those ones, we just send them to school, go and play. You know, don't disturb me. But the older kids from primary 1, primary 2, you begin to take it a lot more serious. So ask your child first, before you begin to set smart goals. Ask your child, you know, just to feel his or her pulse, to know what the problem areas, what are your favorite subjects? What are those subjects you don't like? Why don't you like it? Are you satisfied with your results? What would you like to get, maybe position-wise in the new term? And then you begin to set realistic smart goals. Of course, working hand in hand with your child's teacher. Every child has a learning style. It makes a lot of sense for parents to try and understand what their child's learning style is, because most kids don't learn the conventional way. There are some kids that innately you teach, they get everything. Some you have to teach. Some you need to play audios for them to listen. Some, if they don't watch maybe on YouTube, they don't get it. So find out, some it has to be pictorial. So find out your child's learning style and then use it to your advantage.
Now, as you said earlier, parents are quite busy. This issue of homework, being sent home with homework, and then what you see in the homework book basically should be what they're doing in school for that particular day. Now, there are some cases where this homework, it even baffles the parents.
I swear that.
And I know that you understand what I'm talking about, guys.
Google, man.
You're wondering, exactly. So how do parents get on top of things they don't even understand?
So my take for homework is, if you go through your child's homework and your child does not understand, let the child take it back to school. Just mean it on the communication book, especially for older kids. Temi does not, please, good morning, Mrs.
Yes, or Mr.
Temi does not seem to understand this algebra. Please, can you teach her again? Because the truth is, when we keep helping our kids to do those homeworks, and most times because we want to move on to the next thing, let me rest. You know, you're not really doing your child, you're doing your child a disservice. So let the teacher know that your child does not understand. I personally feel that our kids these days are given homework overload. Sometimes the child comes back, for we that have multiples, you are doing, I have 3, so I'm doing like 3 times 6. On a bad day, I get like 6.
Wow.
6 per child. So that's 18
homework.
18 homework. It's crazy, and most times these children are fagged out. From school, traffic, school bus. So sometimes we just see that our kids are just going to school to learn and just pass. To learn, cram exam, and just pass. they don't really get a grasp of whatever they are being taught. So parents have to step in and step up to the game.
Okay, so I have to touch on this homework matter again. So I know that they have the open day for parents to visit the school and see what they're doing in school.
Yeah.
Some kids are worried that they're going to get punished when they go to school with homework incomplete.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe we should add to that note and say, please do not punish my child for not finishing his homework. Because that seems to be happening where the teachers too are overwhelmed.
They are.
And they're like, you didn't do your homework. Bah! And they put it in a drawer somewhere. And chastise the child. So we have to be really also, you know, a little conscious about how to get that message across.
The teachers are even overworked. In most schools, the teacher-student ratio isn't really good. So you have maybe one teacher catering to 20 hyperactive kids.
Yeah.
How does that teacher even... So those ones are even another issue. You know, the education system obviously needs an overhaul. Most teachers are just teaching because, I mean, it's just convenient. That's the best, easiest job. But you know that teaching is a noble profession. You should actually love teaching and love children to actually go into that, that career path. So teachers, parents should, you know, work with teachers.
All right. Now, these educational goals have to be realistic.
Yes.
And what's sustainable?
Sustainable. Realistic, sustainable, and timely.
And timely.
Yeah.
So you give yourself a time frame
Yeah, you give yourself
for
a
these
time.
things to happen?
So let's say my daughter, Temi, I want her to ace her maths this new term. It means I have to work hand in hand first with the teacher. Because if Temi tells me, I don't like Mr. Lagbaja because of the way he teaches, he's too harsh. He always beats. So I think the first thing you need to do is to make your child understand that he or she needs to pass maths. First, you need to know what your child's future aspirations are, and then use it as a yardstick to encourage him or her. Then talk to Mr. Lagbaja. And Temi does not like the way you... Of course, you have to be very... So that Mr. Lagbaja does not take it out on Temi. You have to be very tactical.
That's another conversation for another day. I wish we could continue with that. But the key really here is to be a little more intentional with the education of our kids. I have to say thank you.
Thank you too.
Thanks for what you do. Wow,
thank you.
I'm on the way into another segment at this point. It's always appreciating you for what you do, and of course you that are watching. We have to take a quick break now, but we will be back after this.